Thanks for joining us for the Member xCite presentation. The Member xCite presentation is informative, interesting to the audience, and showcases the strengths of the presenter as an entrepreneur and their area of expertise. It's not a sales pitch, it's a 10-minute educational and insightful exploration into what they do. And of course, it's exciting.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our xCite presenter today, Mary Wong from Optimal Life Solutions, to present to us on the ultimate engagement tool. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for it. Mary Wong.
All right, so today we're going to talk about how to keep people engaged on social media and how to keep people engaged when we're communicating with them. And I'm going to talk about I'm going to share with you a tool that I use with my clients that is amazing because it really helps you to understand where you're going wrong in your communication, but also what it is that they need to keep them listening or reading or being part of the conversation that you're having with them. Because social media is not just words on a screen. Social media is conversation. And you want them to respond. You want them to be part of that conversation, because the more they respond and be part of your conversation, the more your profile goes from you and your connections to you, your connections, their connections, their connections, their connections. And of course, that's the reason we use social media, isn't it? To get right out as far as we possibly can. And we spend a lot of time there. Even when we don't think we do or we don't want to, we spend way too much time on social media. Anyone else relate to that one? Yeah. So we want to make it work for us, don't we? We want to leverage it. And that's why this is really important. People spend anything up to 2 to 3 hours a day on social media. That's a big statistic, isn't it? So when you're sitting on social media and you've got your, because people do this, and you're there going scroll, 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 you've got to have a reason to stop. There's got to be something that makes you go, oh, I want to know more about that. And what I'm going to share with you today with that little tool is a very simple structure that helps to hook people in and keep them there. Sound good? Awesome. On the table in front of you, now before you touch anything, I'm going to tell you, on the table in front of you is something that looks like this, and I don't want you to open it up yet. I only want you to work on A, B, C, and D, because I've got a bit of a questionnaire which I'm going to go through pretty quickly for you. And with this, I'm going to start with section A, and what I want you to do is tell me how many times you get an absolute yes. It's not a, oh yeah, sometimes, or yeah, sometimes, yeah, maybe, oh yeah. That's a no. If you go, oh God, yeah, that's me, it's a yes, all right? So just tell me your yeses. So I'm going to go section A first. I like working with numbers. I like to know the facts. I like to pull things apart. I'm seeing you thinking, Colin. You don't need to think. It's a straight off yes or no. I like to know how things work. I hate making mistakes. I like to get to the point. I like to have proof. No yeses? You have yeses? You have some yeses? I like to manage money. Shall we start again? You're going to tally X to A. This is all in A. This is all in A. Will I start again? Actually,
You're watching each other and making the same mistake.
We're just in A. So count up how many you've got. This is just in A. Scribble out anything you've got in B, C, or D at the moment. What was the last one I just said? Was it money?
Yeah.
I like to manage money. I like to have everything in order. I don't like to be emotional. All right, that's number A. Count up your numbers and work out how many you've got. Yeses, absolute yeses. All right, now B. I like to keep to the rules. I like to be on time. I like to get things done. I like to have a plan. I like lists. I like things to stay unchanged. I want everything to be safe. I like to be neat. I like to go into detail. I like to do things my way. All right, count up your yeses in that one.
Can we just define I like to be neat? Is it I'd like to be neat or
I am? I like it. I like being neat. So if you really hate not being neat, then
you
you
saw
like
my
being
desk,
neat,
it's
yeah?
not right.
Neat, organised, all that sort of thing. Okay. We're now in C. I like to show my emotions. I like to help people. I like to be with other people. I like to tell how others are feeling without being told. I like to talk a lot. I like writing. I like to be passionate. I like music. Spirituality is important to me. I like to teach. I always love it when I'm doing that list because the people who are those people, as you're doing it, their face just goes because they like to show emotion. It's really fun. All right, we're into D now, so tally up your C's into D. I like to play. I like to take risks. I like to see how everything fits together, the big picture. I like good designs in art, building, poetry, and ideas. That's all one. I like to bring ideas together and make something new. I like to dream. I like surprises. I like to explore new ways to do things. I like to be seen as out there and unusual. I like to bend the rules. So tell me those ones up.
No rules are four-letter word.
Okay. Have a look at your numbers. Anybody got similar numbers all the way across the board? Yep. We get those people. They're amazing. You're amazing, officially. Because what that means is you can sit in any world, in any space, comfortably. Most of us can't. Most of us have a leaning in one direction, maybe two, maybe 3 out of 4, but we don't usually go in all 4 directions. Most people are not. We call you a square, but that's in the nicest sense of the word, right? Because this is a profile. And it's called a square profile because you're sitting evenly in all 4 sections, okay? Not a square as in a boring, but it's totally different. Then we have our kite profiles, which are the people who sit sort of quite firmly in 1 or 2 sections and then a lot less in the other sections. And then sometimes we have a triple dominant profile. So tell me if you've got just one profile that's way up there.
Oh, no.
No? No? 2? 2 profiles? Yeah. Can I ask what ones they are?
C and D.
C and D?
Almost every question in both.
Yeah. C and D?
C and D.
C and D. I'm here.
C and D.
C and D. Look at that. 100 solved, people, I have to tell you. Because, yeah, numbers, facts, pulling things apart, keeping the rules, not me. Okay, the reason I ask those questions, and you're allowed to open this up now. The reason I ask those questions is those questions fit into A, B, C, or D of this profile. It's called a Herman brain dominance profile. And the reason I like to use Herman brain dominance is it's about the way that we think and the way that we process information. It's nothing to do with personalities or anything like that. It is just simply the way your brain works. And when we communicate with people, the first thing that gets switched on or off is your brain. Now, if you're not interested in what someone's saying, it's because they have not hit the right section of your brain just yet. Okay. And this tool that we have works with which person gets turned off first, which one gets turned off second, which one gets turned off third, and which one will stay with you right to the end just to find out how it works. And if you can get that structure right, when you're presenting information, you'll have people buy in all the way along and coming back for more because they don't feel like you've wasted their time. So in A are the facts people, B are the process people, C are the emotional people, and this is the way they think is emotional, and D is the creative people. The first one you've got to keep there with you is the creative person. They need to know why. They need the context, and that's what's written underneath that. Why and context are those 2 things that are missing in that space. If you don't explain why, this is why you need to know this information, this is why you need to know how it's going to apply in your life, those people are gone. Because they're the creative people, they're always looking for other stuff. They're very easily distracted. They're looking at the orange car that's going past on the road because that's a beautiful colour. So that's why you have to make sure they know why they're there. As soon as they know why they're there, they'll stay with you. Because as soon as they've got context, they're there. All right. The next people are your facts people, your A section. And they need to know your facts and stats. If you don't give them facts and stats, and remember at the start of this, I said you spend 2 hours at least on social media, there's your fact and stat. If you don't give them facts and stats, they go, there's no scientific basis for this, I don't want to know about it. And they're out, they're gone. So they are second. As soon as you've told them why they need to be there, they need the facts and stats that back it up. Then we go across here into the red section, into section C, which is the emotional impact. Because these people here are worried about everyone else in the room. You've just given them the why, you've given them facts and stats, they're sitting there going, oh my God, that's shocking information, is everyone okay? So you need to consider the emotional impact and bring that into there, because if you don't, you lose those people. They're like, this person doesn't care really. I'm not really worried, but I don't want to know about them. They don't care about people. And then the last thing that you need is the process. And the process involves, and there is a mistake in here, I think there's one too many spaces or something. The process involves the steps. So I think I've got one too many spaces on steps. So what steps they need to take, and your contact information. Is it contact information or contact details? I think I've got here. Contact details. And that's, if you put all that information together, you can literally do a post that's this long that keeps everyone going, I want more information, I want to be part of this, and getting in touch with you on social media or sharing it with other people and saying, this is brilliant information, they didn't waste my time, they got me engaged, and I continued to be part of it. You need to tie that in with some story that keeps your audience involved and speaks directly to your audience. So you're going to tailor it. Talking to accountants, you can spend more time here. If you're talking to writers, you can spend more time here. If you're talking to counsellors, you can spend more time here. And if you are talking to project planners, you're going to spend more time in your process. Make sense?
Yeah.
Pretty simple formula, but it's a really powerful tool to use. Anyone wants to know more? I'm happy to tell you at any time.